As was just mentioned, greenhouse gases are the main driver of climate change around the globe. But greenhouse gases and the greenhouse gas effect itself are actually not inherently bad. In fact, our planet would be uninhabitable if it weren't for the greenhouse gas effect. Here's our Earth. And every day on Earth, we breathe in nitrogen and oxygen. Those are the two primary components of our atmosphere. A very small percentage, less than 1% of our atmosphere, is made of these gases that trap in heat from the sun. And without these gases, heat would actually escape back out into space, and that would mean that the Earth would be much colder, likely covered in ice. Instead, these greenhouse gases that are present in our atmosphere act like a blanket or a greenhouse to keep in the heat, regulating the Earth's temperature and making it perfect for sustaining life. But it's important to note that this is a delicate balance, and significant increases in these gases has led to a global warming trend. So let's take a closer look at each of these individual greenhouse gases. And before I begin, I want to mention that these gases are naturally occurring in our atmosphere. However, a significant increase in these gases, these greenhouse gases, is directly correlated with the Industrial Revolution and the mid-20th century. Got it? All right. So first, let's take a look about water vapor. Water in the gas form is the most abundant greenhouse gas in our atmosphere. And it's generally a very good thing. It allows for cloud formation and weather patterns, but air with more water in it can hold more heat, and that could lead to more evaporation, and that puts more water into the air, warming the air even further. The second greenhouse gas we'll talk about is by far the most important contributor to human-caused global warming. It's carbon dioxide. CO2 is released when fossil fuels are burned for energy and transportation. And according to the EPA, it actually counts for 81% of all U.S. greenhouse gas emissions. Next, methane, good old methane. As a gas, methane traps a lot of heat, and scientists consider methane the second most important contributor to human-caused global warming. Methane is produced from sources such as rice fields and cattle raising, both of which have greatly increased thanks to the worldwide population boom and food needs around the globe. Finally, nitrous oxide is a greenhouse gas which is produced by some factories and power plants and plant fertilizer. Nitrous oxide breaks down the protective ozone layer in our atmosphere. So that's a snapshot of the greenhouse gases that have been increasing mainly because of humans, and especially since the mid-20th century.